Uh, uh, yeah, one of the reasons we schedule Kent State is because of our respect for their basketball program. Excuse me. Over the last 8 years, Kent State has won 20 games, at least 20 games in each of those seasons. And I think in the last 8 years, they're probably in the top 15 or 20 in the country in total number of wins for a basketball program. Obviously, their team played like that type of program tonight. I told my team for the last 2 days that we were not playing a basketball team, we were playing a program. We were playing a culture. We were playing a culture that is accustomed to winning and has a well-conceived offense, defense, where they're selfless in how they play. They just, they're playing like a unit. Hopefully a lot like that's what we try to do, over the years. And so we knew we were going to be in for that type of game. The kid Smith had an amazing game. The Marcus in the last 8 to 10 minutes to be able to hold him down a little bit was a key factor in us winning. And it's a lot harder to hold a kid down who's having a career night. I think that's his, either that or he should have been starting a lot more, I'll tell you. And so that was a big thing. For us, our kids had to do some really good things in the last 10 minutes of the game to win. It was a very, very good win for us and a hell of a basketball game. First of all, DeMarcus, who I didn't think played very well in the first half. And I'm not going to blame exams or anything. I blame Kent State. They really executed well and did not talk in the first half. If you watch the tape of the game or you're at courtside, if the fans weren't cheering, there wouldn't be any noise in the gym. If you ever came to one of our practices, which you're, by the way, not invited to, but if you ever did, you would hear a lot of noise. It would be our guys talking and communicating, and the communication is what brings you to play as one. And so the score said that they were they were scoring against us. They weren't scoring against us. They were scoring against individual players. That's how we played defense today. We played until the last 10 minutes. We played defense individually instead of collectively, and it's really the first time all season that's happened. And they ran good stuff, which causes you to want to talk more. You have to talk more. And we just didn't do that. Josh came up huge in those last 10 minutes. He put us on his back. Obviously, the 2 hooks that he scored on were big. He got a 3-point play after a timeout on a side out of bounds thing. But I think one of the biggest plays of the game was when he got a rebound way above the rim, dribbled the length of the court, and just was determined. He got fouled. He missed one of the 2 free throws, but you could see it change the faces of our team. And it also showed Kent State that we had a great will to win. A lot of people will say a 3 or something like that is a big play. I really thought that was the play of the game because it just gave everybody a lot of excitement. And after that, he asserted himself even more. We went to him and he responded. And this was the best that Greg's played. I think he's got his legs under him this exam break, and he's healthier. He had to play really hard and tough. John was real good for us, but we didn't have the depth tonight. We had a lot of guys. We had some guys play young, and thank goodness that as a group we played real hard there at the end and were able to win. I probably answered every one of your questions there. Yes. Okay. I'm sure. Let Frank. Don't talk about the Steelers.
Was Josh's play that you just elaborated on, that sense of urgency moment that you were
Yes.
talking about, DeMarcus
Yeah. I just thought he willed that play, and he showed we're going to win. We're going to win. And that doesn't mean you're going to win. But you have a hell of a lot better chance of winning when somebody makes a play like that. That was a big, big play. And in Josh's development of who we need him to be, that was huge. And our guys hit big free throws down the stretch, and we had to do a lot of good things. They didn't lose the game. We won the game. That's why I told our guys the last 2 days. I said, they're not going to lose to you. This team will not lose to you. There are teams that lose to you. This team is not one of them. You have to beat them.
Is there a thing with Josh that you have to maybe man the ball more than some of those?
I think he's coming into that now. I think the healthier that Greg's getting means that we don't have to depend on him to be outside. He's establishing himself more inside. He's just come around. We haven't had to get him. He's trying to do. He had 15 shots tonight, which was great. It's great.
Did you feel like you talked about the 10-day period to be able to make some progress with the changes you wanted to make? Did you feel like you saw?
Yeah. I mean, we wouldn't have won if we didn't make some progress. Our offense was a lot better. I mean, I hope you could tell that. And I think in the little bit of practice time that we had, I think our guys, you cannot assume that you're going to play defense. We didn't win anything, but defense, you have to come ready to play. I mean, look.
Mike, you called time.
Let me just finish something. Our program has been built because I am a defensive coach, and I have a passion to play defense on every exchange. I've been here 27 years, and every play that is played at Duke University, I'm passionate about playing defense, and that's what I require my team to do. And when they do not do that, then we are not the basketball program, and that will always be our staple. That's how we develop toughness, togetherness, and that was missing today, and that's why I called that timeout. I was so angry at our team because we hardly ever give open looks. Forget about it. Like, I don't like open looks. Not threes. If they're hitting threes and we got pressure, that's the way it is. You cannot give an open look. There has to be an amazing sense of urgency. It's like you're going to die. I mean, that's basically your defense is dying when you give up open looks, and that's who we've been here, and we weren't that way for about 30 minutes today. I'm sorry, Frank.
There were 2 of them from the corner. I noticed that, and it looked like the nearest Duke player was on the East Campus.
Yeah, it was 10, and there wasn't a sense of urgency, like he's going to get hit by a car or something. I mean, that's how dramatic it has to be, and that's how we teach it. That's how you stay. We've been very good, and we haven't been very good because we're not passionate. And you have to be passionate about the most consistent part of the game, and that's defense.
Does the 4-out one better utilize Josh's skills?
Yeah, it does, but we have to have more movement. What happened? We scored early, but it wasn't because of good movements. But John just knocked the hell out of him. I mean, and our guys made the extra pass. But we weren't really executing well offensively. He was just hitting. And we're just, talk was a big part of today, lack of communication. It's in any group, it's one of the single most important things about unity is the ability to communicate. And, thank goodness we got it late.
And now you're going to New York tomorrow, and you're going to have to play right away against a team that's really playing up tempo this year.
Yeah. Plus, they've been up there for 3 days. They've been up there, I don't know, Sunday or Monday, and but that's good. I mean, it's a great game. Look, our schedule, I think, is ranked in the top 5 in the country. You know, it's because we're playing all these people. And it'll be a hell of a game. And, I mean, we're going to be looking forward to it, and hopefully some of the younger guys step up more, you know. We're always in a little bit of discovery about our guys. And you know, real unsung hero in tonight's game is McClure. Yeah. We can't let him be a playmaker because he turned it over a little bit, but he's steady. You know, he's really steady. But, I mean, Gonzaga's good. Yeah.
In the second half, with 5 guys did 17 minutes. What did you see in those 5? And they just
We had a better chance to win. That's what I saw. What'd you think? Would you have done anything else?
No.
All right.
Anything else?
All right.
Is it because you only played 5 in the second half, is that why you guys didn't press as much as you normally do?
Have what?
Is it because you only played 5 in the second half as much, is that why you didn't press as much as you normally do?
We didn't press because they would have killed us.
Really?
They play about 5 guards.
Yeah, but there's
They're
no true
leading
ball
a,
handler.
huh?
There's no true ball handler.
Yeah, they had 5 of them. Their center had 10 assists.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Yeah,
Okay. You better appreciate them more.
I do.
All right. Who are we going to press? They're quicker than we are. Do you cover football? God bless you, son.